Hey everyone, Inky with the Week 11 video discussion, and the landscape I chose that might have been well-intentioned but not wholly supported by the public was the National Mall. I used this blog post which ranked the best and worst public parks and plazas, so I'll leave the URL for this as the first comment of the discussion post. But looking at the National Mall, this linear element here, if you guys can see my cursor, in between the United States Capitol and the Lincoln Memorial. Thought it was interesting to compare that to something more wholly supported by the public, the Great Lawn in Central Park, and two very similar contexts. This linear green element at the middle of this busy downtown city, and I think the key difference is the ideation behind the two parks. So something like this is similar to the Pleasure Garden, which we talked about a couple weeks ago in the typologies of parks, but place designed for people to experience the pastoral landscape that would take them out of the normal busy urban center, and then opposed to the National Mall, which in my opinion is more about this really strong axis running north-south, not north-south, east-west, along the Capitol and the Lincoln Memorial. So a statement about the government, maybe the importance of history, stuff along those lines. And I think in plan the message is pretty clear, but once you're in the space and a user walking through these paths, I feel like that experience is somewhat lost. It's not like the Great Lawn where you're escaping that busy urban center. It's more about this really strong axis. So dropping myself in here, you do get a nice background or foreground to take pictures in, but from what I've read online, people really use it just as a space to move through opposed to actually enjoy being in it. So interesting to see what results from starting with that kind of ideation.